another edition of Rolling Home. We had the opportunity recently to see the big boy Union Pacific train that happened to roll through our community in central Arkansas. So I decided to make a video. Well, there were 25 big boy trains that were built for Union Pacific. The first was delivered in 1941, and they are 132 feet long and weigh a whopping 1.2 million pounds. Now, let's put that in perspective for a minute. Here's a graph that I found online that sizes up the Union Pacific's number 4014 steam locomotive. As you can see, here's how it sizes up to a Boeing 747 jetliner. And also next to it here is a photo, or an illustration I should say, of a diesel locomotive. And just to put things in perspective, there's also a graphic of a school bus and also of your typical sedan. There are 7 big boy trains on public display in various cities around the country. Those cities are St. Louis, Missouri, Dallas, Texas, Omaha, Nebraska, Denver, Colorado, Scranton, Pennsylvania, Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Well, I was surprised to see so many people that came to see the big boy train. It was on a really hot day in August, just a few days ago. But obviously there's a lot of interest in this train, and I can see why. As you can see, as we approach it a little closer, the thing is massive. And I apologize for the camera shake. I really had not planned on making a video, but I had my 35mm SLR, so I decided, what the heck, I'll just try to make a rolling home video this time and also turn it into a podcast. So if you're listening to the podcast version of this, you may want to head on over to YouTube and check out the video. Well, it's jet black. It has a great big Union Pacific name blazoned on the side of it. And as you can see, the closer we get to it, there were just a lot of people that were congregated around it. And there's a little guy there that saw my camera and just had to scream a loud screech. And anyway, you can see the 4014 there on the side. And just look at the machinery on this thing. It's literally massive. I know it's been converted to oil burning. It was originally coal burning, and you know, this just pays tribute to the amazing American engineering and ingenuity that exists in our country. And as you can see, the closer we get to the front of it, there were a lot of folks taking photographs. And I am not a guy that typically takes a lot of videos and walks around with a video camera, so this was a little awkward for me, but I thought, hey, what the heck, this would be a good way to kind of start doing maybe a little bit of YouTube related videos with the Rolling Home podcast. You can see there the light, the late part of the day there is the sun is beginning to shine through and make the black on the engine gleam, and people are snapping photos. And y'all look this up. It's just a very fascinating story. And I think this is kind of where the video ends, so we'll call it a day. Thanks again for joining me for another edition of Rolling Home. Appreciate it if you'd like or subscribe now to my YouTube channel. And head on over to the rollingforhome.wordpress.com blog that I have related to the podcast. Shoot me an email, leave me some comments. I'd appreciate it. Remember, home is where you park it. See you again soon on another edition of Rolling Home.